You know, I think we don't see things that are happening with us in our lives. And I was talking to a few people and I said, what are those things? What bothers you? And what are some of the things that we are afraid of? And sometimes what we're angry about, we're afraid of. What are we angry about? What are we afraid of? We're afraid of becoming unhealthy. We're afraid of getting something that we can't get out of. We're afraid of money situations that we can't solve. We're afraid of getting older and not having security. We're afraid of how we're going to take care of parents if something goes wrong. We're afraid of death. We're afraid of losing people that we love. We're afraid of losing that job at the wrong place and at the wrong time. What do we do? Everything that you deal with in life is not just practice, but it is preparation for the next step. I think we have taught people for so long that real faith is about avoiding storms, about being able to speak wonderful words and make storms disappear. But Jesus, who is one of the greatest teachers ever, didn't always speak to storms to make them go away. Sometimes Jesus walked through them and ignored them. Sometimes you don't just try to make them leave. You learn to ignore them and walk through them. Either way, the storm is of no consequence. What can I say about life today? Everywhere we look, pick up the newspaper. Now it's not just the newspaper, but we turn on our cell phones, our iPads. CNN pops up, Washington Post pops up. Something is always going on. And we feel challenged everywhere. Sometimes the opportunity to go higher is in what we've been doing all along. Just preparation. Don't get discouraged. Don't get bent out of shape. Because a lot of what you deal with is preparation. The road signs. Your life, your best life, is up ahead of you. Don't give up now. I believe that thing that you really desire is right around the corner. And I think you're ready for it. Yeah. Make the shift. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Smash it, crash it. Let us know you're there. Hello, I'm Ed Montgomery. Welcome to After Dark. After Dark is about not physical darkness, but more than anything, it is about light. It is about coming out of the darkness into the light. In other words, after every dark moment, there's going to be some light. And if we need anything in our world, it's light. It's some joy. That's what I'm about today. I just want to say to our country, to church people, spiritual people, people of all backgrounds, faith and everything, come on and bring some joy back. Bring some joy back in life. Now, let me see. I don't think I see you guys too well. I forgot my glasses. Let me see. Let me see which pair I got. Let's see, I got these. What about these? These pretty good? Okay, let me see. What about these? These are the gray ones. I don't know. Steel gray. I'm gonna try the other ones. So, okay. I think I can see you a little better out there. You all don't remember that romper room where she had up that little mirror up. It was like a little mirror or glass, and she says, I see Johnny, I see Alice, I see. Okay, I'm deviating. Why am I deviating? Because there's so much joy and happiness in the world right now, especially in the United States, after everything we've been dealing with. We need to smile a little bit more. Yes. Just recently, in the Democratic Party, they have come. I shouldn't say elected, but they have found them a vice president, candidate for vice president, along with candidate for president, Kamala Harris, and they are just going around the country trying to get people to be happy again. And it's so interesting because I think we have just been through an era of so much, I don't want to call it darkness because, well, I can because this is after dark. I think we've seen the worst parts of where America has been. And we're hearing how horrible it is, how bad it is, how terrible things are, and how the economy and all these things are just going down the drain. Now, I didn't say there's not going to be anything that's going to happen. There's nothing that's going to happen to the economy. There's some things I really believe is going to happen. But I believe there are some good things ahead of us. All right. I'm Ed Montgomery, aka Dr. Ed. I am the founder and spiritual director of Abundant Life Cathedral, Abundant Life Center in the city of Katy, Texas, and also your host for Sensational Sunday on YouTube every Sunday morning, and also on Abundant Life Center website on Facebook. You can find me there, and also right here, your host of After Dark. So make sure you hit that comment button. Let me know where you are. If you live outside of Houston, Texas, you can let me know what city you're from. If you're outside of Texas, let me know what state you're living or you're watching this from. And if you're outside of the United States of America, let me know what country you're from. Hi, UK. I'm shouting you out because I know there's a high percentage of those of you that watch us in the UK and Great Britain. Thank you so much for what you do. There is a text that says, "Count it all joy when you fall into various trials, for the trying of your faith worketh patience." And that's the King James sounding version. But it would sound more like this if we would talk just everyday English. Consider this joy when you go through pressure. Consider this joy when you go through pressure. What is the joy you're talking about? For the trying or the pressure, which is how your faith is tried. For the trying of your faith creates or energizes patience. Now let's break this kind of stuff down. Joy is not happiness. Happiness is something Jesus talked about it when he said, "Blessed are they when men shall revile you. Blessed are the pure in heart." You'll find that around Matthew chapter 5 if you're reading scripture. And when it says, "Blessed are you," that word blessed means happy. To be blessed means to be happy. Happy are you when this happens. Happy are you when that happens. Happy are you when you are in this particular state. Joy is not something that can happen from the outside to make you feel good. Things that happen on the outside, somebody brings you some roses if you like flowers, I'm happy. Somebody got you a car for Valentine's Day, I'm happy. Somebody got you a nice Christmas gift, I'm happy. It makes me happy. Somebody told you how wonderful you are when you're dressed like that, I'm happy. That makes me happy. But then somebody comes along and says, "You look horrible. What's wrong with you?" Unhappy. Or you go somewhere and get some bad food. Unhappy. So happiness can be based on what happens to you during the daytime, nighttime, and just from the outside. the attacks that can come against your mind, that can come against your thought life. Being unhappy can be someone that you trust, that you trust their opinion, you trust their thinking, you trust what they say about you. And then they turn around and say something about you, maybe to somebody else who is a good source of yours, and that good source say, well, you know, I thought so and so was your friend. And you find out that whether they've been talking, you know, you thought they were your friend, they were talking about you behind your back. On the job, you thought they were a coworker that was in your corner, and you found out that they're actually trying to get into your position. You may thought it was a good girlfriend or a guy friend that you were just, oh yeah, bump fists with and things of that sort, only to find out that they didn't like the girl you were with or the guy you were with. They were horrible. Why would they be with somebody like that when in reality they want to be with somebody like that, and they're just planting the seed to make you dislike or start creating conflict with the person that you're with, so that they may slide a little oil to me. Slide a little, okay, that's from the Wiz, Nipsey Russell. So that they can slide on into your position. See, this is happiness and unhappiness. And a lot of it comes with money, it comes with love life, it comes with position, jobs. It fluctuates back and forth. Joy, on the other end, is something that we generate from within. And I consider joy to be spiritual, a very spiritual thing. Yeah, very spiritual. So we take words like joy, which I look at as an inner thing, as something that is generated from the inside. The word count it all joy, the word count it. And by the way, this comes from James chapter 1. Look it up in your index in your Bible and you can find it. James chapter 1, around that first, second, third verse, you'll find it. And so count it means to consider something. In other words, how you think about something. So it helps us to understand our thinking. Here it's count it all joy, or consider this joy. Consider it joy. What do you consider joy? When you fall into pressure, when something begins to pressure you, pressure on your job, pressure in your education. Maybe you're feeling pressure while you're going to school, you're in college and you're feeling pressure. Maybe you're taking a course or a workshop and you're feeling pressure to learn something, and you've got 3 weeks to learn it and you figure, I'll never learn this in 3 years. Maybe someone that you love and care for you, they got pressure on you, and maybe they want you to get married. They want you to put a ring on it. Or maybe they want you to take the ring off of it. You ever thought about that? Some people, count it all joy. It says when you're pressured, when you're in pressure. Why do you take joy from being inside of pressure? Because there is something that pressure does. Now, I'm not lying. When I'm getting ready to tell you, I'm not lying. This is lying over here. I'm not lying, but I'm about to tell you. And it is why, whenever you feel like something is trying to press you down, here's what you tell your brain. Get happy. Start doing your dance. Enjoy yourself. Go find you a good meal. Go to a good restaurant. Hang out with some of your best buddies. Not the one that you think is talking about you, but some of your best buddies. Go do something you haven't done in a while. Start getting joyful. And I'm going to tell you why you need to start getting joyful under the pressure and what this shift in your brain and your attitude will do. But while you shifting in your attitude, I want you to keep shifting until you come to this particular place right here concerning what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to do something for yourself, how to get that warm feeling on the inside. And that comes from learning to help others. There's a number on your screen, 713-742-2035, and I call it Text to Give. And if you'll just take just one moment, one little moment, it only takes maybe 60 seconds. And you can text on your phone, your iPad, or whatever your computer, and you can text to give. It's just like on your phone. Just text the number. You can put the number in. If it's $8, $10, whatever you want to do, $5, whatever you want to do, and just give it. Just give it away. Text to give. Here's what we will do with it. We will take it and we will expand our network to reach more and more people, to help them to understand that when they're under pressure, start getting happy. Start getting some joy in you because it's going to produce something. That's what Text to Give does. So take a moment and do it so that I can keep telling people what I'm getting ready to tell you right now. Okay. When you're under pressure, we know this thing about perception. And perception is how we can change everything. So consider something to be joyful, happy, dance-worthy, and say to yourself, something is about to change in the next few minutes of my life, because when I'm under pressure, that is when the waterfalls of new thought, new creation, new things start falling to begin to take place. It is when I'm under pressure that pressure is going to do something to me that's going to make you so valuable. Look, this is one of those, I don't have any more time. I can't go any further. But you ever thought about being more valuable than gold and diamonds? Look, join me right here next week, and we're going into it. We're going to get knee deep into this thing, and I promise you, we're going to resolve it next week. I promise. Okay? All right. See you. I'm bringing some people in here with me, so this is the first time that I've brought some folk into my prayer closet. I was going to do, we come before thee and we beseech thee, and knee bend and body bow, but you know I don't talk to you that way, right? No. They don't know that you call me Edward, so they just finished that show that we did, and it's a little different, but I'm hoping we reach some people. But listen, I'm just gonna be real with you. There's some folk in my life that you're gonna have to can you get rid of them? Okay, I knew you wasn't gonna do that, but I'm not talking about rid of them. I'm talking about, can you just kind of push them back a little bit? They're messing with me. Yeah, I know. I'm trusting you for so many things, so many places in my life that I need you in. And I know you can deal with you, I'm not alone, but sometimes there's loneliness. But with you, I can get through this. I'm at the point now that I'm just going to trust you with it. Can you help with the clicks? You know, Lord, I need algorithms. You don't mess with that, right? Okay. So you don't mess with the algorithm and you can't move those people. Okay. Well, at least I'm going to get a good night's sleep. Thanks for everything else. Couldn't have made it without you. Night, Lord. This room is filled with so much energy. It is filled with abundance everywhere I go, whether I'm in this room, whether I'm in this space, whatever it is, the space where you are, even though there is glass and plastic and Wi-Fi between us, actually we are in the same space. We are in the same place. We are in the moment of now. I want you to grab a hold of this now. First of all, thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your donations, but more than anything, thank you for your partnership, because that's what enables us to reach out and to connect with more people. Take a moment. Let your gratitude show. You can text or give 713-742-2035. That's 713-742-2035. Or you can go straight to myalc.org. That's myalc.org. And you can give. Press that donate button. It will take you immediately. It'll only take a couple of minutes. Or if you're old school, you can write a check. Slip it into an envelope and you make sure you put a stamp on it. And you can send it to Abundant Life Center or Ed Montgomery. It doesn't go into my pocket. It goes into the organization. It's the ministry. And you can send it to P.O. Box 772-300, Houston, Texas, 77215. Those are the ways to be able to send it. But once you send it, there's a way that will be made in your heart. First of all, it will be warm and loving, but it'll also open the doors for other people. And you can't beat that with a stick, as my granddaddy used to say. Thank you so much. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, crash it. Let us know you're there.